Don't compare yourself with other people. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday. A life-changing quote by Dr. Jordan Peterson, one of my favourite influencers and a magnificent clinical psychologist. Do you know the statistics for the amount of young people who struggle with their psychological health? 1 in 7 people, aged 4 to 17 of age, experience a mental health condition. Statistically speaking, there's 13.9% of people who meet the criteria to a diagnosis of a mental health condition and disorder in the previous time period of 12 months. This is an absolute catastrophe, as it is rarely touched as an inner topic. Hello, my name is Oisin, and today I will be like to discuss social media's influence on adolescence, along with the psychological health relating to young people, and I have the neuroscience to complement it. Over the course of the evolution of social media, young people have depended more and more on this deep pit of coded programming. Through this evolution, a certain percentage of influencers has rose to the top of popularity and so-called greatness and grandeur. A massive percentage of influencers distribute what I like to call a personification. They oblige to show you what they want you to see, but not actually their full authentic self. It is highly probable that this can lead to an outburst of jealousy, creating a momentum of self-betrayal between others. This momentum and sensation can also create a lack of unique quality around the teenage criteria. Spending more than 3 hours on social media per day puts adolescents higher for mental health problems. 13% of kids aged 12 to 17 report depression. 32% report anxiety. Following this, 25% of 18 to 25-year-olds report mental illness. This age groups report higher usage of social media. A description to how social media can affect others is the frustration of the majority of working class citizens have towards the intellectual class. This is due to the fact that anybody could have the possibility to become wealthy, but not everybody can be intelligent. The same scenario applies to social media. Anyone can be famous, but not everybody, but a rare percentage actually knows the route to get there. Although social media has an array of magnificent platforms, but did you know that social media can affect you neurologically? I like to call this the dominance of dopamine over serotonin. Dopamine is a neurohormone released by the hypothalamus in your brain. Briefly, this is known as the pleasure hormone. Pleasure can be achieved by substances and stimulants, but also including social media. On the other hand, happiness cannot, and is therefore way harder to achieve. Next time you're on social media, please be mindful that this is just dopamine release and not serotonin. In Buddhism, there's contemplations that include that it does not mutate into opposite, but involves and grows with experience, and it embodies as a sense of fulfillment. This time, that in time becomes second nature. Briefly speaking, there is no relationship between happiness and pleasure. By no means do I condone minusing the pleasure sensation, but limiting it and not relying over it. Although social media has many negative aspects, it can also be quite exquisite too. One of my heroes, Mark Zuckerberg, founder of his genius invention, Facebook. Facebook was originally developed in Zuckerberg's Harvard dorm as a miniature project. It evolved from his original idea, Face Smash, which then ended up with Zuckerberg receiving academic probation. He strived with his theory that the world would be a better place if everyone was connected. Another one of my heroes, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple Incorporated, had a very interesting origin story. He started off with him and his companion Steve Wozniak by developing circuit boards and other technological projects in Jobs' garage. Who would have contemplated that Jobs would change and set the foundation for technology? It is amazing that something as simplistic like this could turn into something so revolutionary. And without this evolution of technology and social media, I would have never come across FFI. The moment I came across FFI, I immediately applied. I received a swift impression that it is a fantastic program with limitless opportunities for teenagers. This brings me on to why I wanted to apply for FFI. Back when I was in secondary school, or high school for America, FFI, it was 2017. I was an intelligent and determined youth, and hence I participated in a couple of science exhibitions. Halfway through my second year, I fell into a deep trap of transmogrification. I betrayed my conscious soul. The happy young teen that my friends knew and loved was truly gone. I was a completely different person, craving for popularity and pretending to be somebody I wasn't. From the age of 14 to 16, I had a severe battle with anxiety and depression, becoming more and more distant and running away from who I truly was. Early this year, I came to a conclusion that I was going to stop pretending and become the best version of myself. This is why mindset is so vital. A quote by myself is, metaphorically, the human mind relates to the compound iron. Nothing can disintegrate it, but its own rust can. Rust can appear because of the simplistic water residue. No one can use their physiological health capacity to destroy someone's mindset. But something as simplistic that can destroy yours. But no one can have the ability you only have the ability to do so yourself. This experience I had that I personally witnessed has influenced me to use my intelligence and to help others. I am currently developing a website and an app called Portrait of Self-Betrayal, Redemption of Identity, and TALK, Transcendence of Sorrow. Also because of this experience, it is also helping me pursue my dreams as a biomedical scientist, and now to go on and invent my own academic method called the nucleus complex. I would like to talk, if any of you would like to talk to me about this, please feel free. I would now like to finish with a beautiful quote by Steve Jobs that relates to this speech drastically. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown on your own inner voice. And most important, leave the courage and follow your heart and intuition. Thank you.